Cats, kittens, crew, friends, family, thanks for tuning in to mrchoi.com.au. We're talking about scripts today, scripts and dialogues. And I just wanted to talk about how important are they. Some people think scripts and dialogues are old-fashioned. Some people think they're very important and that's all they train. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a few different mindsets out there for you to think about it a little bit more. But before I do that, I want to share this story with you. So, this is blind man. He's sitting down on the sidewalk, and he has a sign, a cardboard sign that says "I'm blind." And people all day are throwing coins, into his hat or his box or something, and he's getting money. Okay, people have sympathy. Okay. Then all of a sudden, this lady walks up, picks up the sign, and writes something different on it. And she had this special perfume, or his nose is very sensitive, and if he could smell that again, he'd be able to go, yep, that's that lady. Okay, so she wrote something. She put it down. He has no idea what she wrote. By then throughout the whole day, there's people putting down notes and bigger money, a lot larger sums of money. And he's thinking, wow, what did that lady write? What was different to it? The lady walks by again and he knows because he smells it. Miss, what is it that you wrote? Because ever since you've done that, thank you so much, people have been putting in more money. And she said, I wrote exactly the same thing that you wrote, except I wrote it in a different way. On his sign it said, I'm blind. That's what it wrote. When she wrote it on the sign, she wrote, it's such a beautiful day and I can't see it. And that's the effect that it has, being able to articulate a little bit more, to be able to touch people in certain ways. You get a completely different outcome, okay? And it's interesting because sometimes, say, one of our team members or crew members might have a little bit of a hurdle that they need help in. I might pick up the phone and I'll just go, and it's fixed. They're like, whoa, Michael, how did you do that? That's magic. And it's through the dialogue, plus it's also through how confident I am and my belief in what I'm saying is so true. They can feel that energy that they know, it doesn't sit right here, doesn't sit 100% right here, but Michael's so convicted that this is the way to go, we have to go with it. Okay, so that's scripts and dialogues. But the reason why people think it's old school, because there's more models out there that people are exploring today. One is statistics. In a way, you can throw aside scripts and dialogues and just use statistics, because selling is teaching. And if you can just, any objection that would ever come up, if you can just have statistics and case studies just to show why it works, then you don't need scripts and dialogues. I don't want to do newspaper ads, and then you show 10 examples of the buyer that bought the house, or the second highest bidder that pushed the buyer to buy the house that came from the newspaper ad. All of a sudden, don't need scripts and dialogues, you just show them case studies and statistics. Auctions don't work in our area. Okay, well, we've got an 87% clearance rate at the moment, so with us you basically got a 9 out of 10 chance of selling within 28 days. These are statistics. They sell because they're facts. You can't manipulate those. Okay, so that's another way. So scripts and dialogues. Then you've got your statistics. The most important one though is relationships. I worked in one particular area, and then I opened up an office a little bit further away where no one ever heard of me, no one ever heard of us, the brand. And it was hard, because I remember when we first opened up, I was losing every single listing presentation. What? I'm coming from an area where I personally, as a sales consultant, had, say, 30-40% market share. I had more listings than offices had combined, and then to go into an area where I couldn't even list. Why? Because I got so used to people trusted me, because they had a relationship with me, that I didn't need scripts and dialogues and I didn't need statistics. So you can get to a point through prospecting, through reputation, through word of mouth, through time, just hanging on in real estate, just hanging on and just outlasting everyone else, where you will have these relationships, and we all know them. I've got a listing that I've got which was in 14 minutes, just went in it, blah, 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 14 minutes. I've had clients that have just said, Michael, what do I sign? I've got to go. And you just fill it out and then send it to me. So that's where relationships is. That's where it comes in. But with relationships, it still helps to have statistics, and it still helps to have scripts and dialogues, because that can alleviate further problems in the future, because you didn't shortcut it, just quickly do things quickly and not explain it effectively. So that's my take on scripts and dialogues. They're 100% important, but just as important is statistics. You use those, you don't need as much scripts and dialogues. And then if you've got a relationship, that cements everything else. Guys, hope you enjoyed. Take care.